Hi.
Hi.
Hi, guys.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Looks like we're good.
All right. Just trying to refresh to see that I can find our video here. All right. Hi, everyone. I am Coach Kate, and I'm here with Coach Jennifer.
Hi, I'm Shelby.
Hi, guys. Hi, everybody.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
My sous chef, Shelby. And we are excited to be with you tonight. Coach Jen and I are very active on our Diet Community Support Facebook page, and we are so impressed with your recipes and your creativity. We felt it would be really fun and a very useful time to talk about different preparation methods, particularly HMR baked goods.
Mm-hmm.
This is a very popular strategy and something that we see so many of you posting pictures. And I had a chance to look through our feed earlier, just a couple amazing creations that stood out to me. Barbara, you posted some risotto cookies. I saw Deborah with some pumpkin spice cookies, Mary with some chocolate muffins. So I was so impressed. And these preparation methods can really fill a need for you to help you stay on track. It's all about getting the most out of your HMR program. And making these HMR foods as baked goods can really be a great strategy for you, both to help you stay on track in phase one, but also help you be successful long term.
Absolutely. And so I know we have some folks chiming in and saying hello. We have Bob joining us. Welcome, Bob. I think we also have Debbie coming on, and I saw Coach Sandy, and Rick is on, and Sherry. Gosh, so many folks. So happy to have you guys joining us.
Nancy, one of our regulars, Susan. This is fantastic.
Yes, and we also have Dana. So happy to have you guys joining us. And so we just introduced our topic, Kate, about all, looking at the baked goods and how impressed we are with this page. But, and we're still going to be focusing on variety. But this week, we are focusing on different preparation methods with the HMR foods. And we want you guys to continue to say hello as you're jumping in and or liking or commenting that you're here. I love seeing where you guys are calling in from. We have some folks from New York and California. So nice to see you guys and how scattered we are across the United States. And so before we do get into our spotlight for tonight, or into our topic, I'm sorry, we are going to, of course, follow up on our variety focus from last week, which, just to remind you guys, we did talk about colors with fruits and vegetables last Thursday, which I know Nancy and I, that's one of our favorite topics to talk about, especially when we're looking at fruits and vegetables. I know, Kate, you love this topic as well. And after we did share some of our favorite fruits and vegetables from each color category, we asked you to identify at least one fruit or vegetable that you'd be willing to try this week that's really not part of your normal routine. So something new, something different, really with that focus of the different colors. And we did have several of you last week commit to trying a specific fruit or vegetable that maybe you had never done before, or maybe that you haven't done in a while. And so as you guys are joining in, if you're here and you took on a new fruit or a vegetable, we want to hear how it went, how you prepared it, maybe if you will do it again. And Kate, I remember you were on last week, right?
Yeah.
And so you mentioned that you were going to take on a couple things. I'm thinking spaghetti squash.
Yes.
And what was the other? Well, I'll turn it over to you. I know you were wanting to do spaghetti squash. So accountability. Did you do it?
Yeah, it was such a great reminder. I did spaghetti squash a number of times. I did it with the penne pasta with meatballs. I did it with a rotini chicken alfredo, which was delicious. And I also made it as a sweet side with some cinnamon and stevia, and that was also quite tasty. I got pretty ambitious and I purchased sleeves of different colored peppers. I was trying to have many colors in one sitting, so I did that. And there were also some great reminders last week of cherries. Chocolate cherry is one of my favorite smoothies, and for some reason I had gotten away from that.
Yeah, that is a good one. And we had several folks today mentioning that they were doing dark cherries. And have you noticed anybody chiming in that took it on? Make sure you guys, if you were on last week, to share if you did to take it on. And so just to remind you guys, I know Shane, he mentioned he was going to go for cabbage. I'm sure that had to be on the grilled cabbage for Shane. We also had Susan daring to take on jicama. And I also know also we had Susan S wanting to take on jicama, and also Susan H potentially wanting to take on jicama, and several folks. I think Dana's on. So Dana, you were wanting honeydew and peaches. And so if you were able to take that on, Dana, make sure to let us know if you were able to do that. And I'm seeing some hellos to you, Shelby.
So yeah, I'll ask Shelby. We have some great comments already. Did you try a new color this week?
Yeah, I had tan baked potatoes.
Tan baked potato.
Tan, so the light one. Baked potatoes are so good.
Yeah, delicious.
Yep.
We have some wonderful comments here. Nancy had posted she tried parsnips. She roasted them. They were delicious. She had also shared last week wanting to try mangoes, and she did it in a vanilla smoothie. Sherry tried jicama. That was a popular suggestion last week, so that was really nice. Susan mentioned her new food was beets. Jen, wasn't that one that you had wanted to try last week?
Yeah, and I love beets. I just haven't done them in such a long time. And Bird's Eye, I actually showed it on our page. Bird's Eye has many of the noodle vegetables. I've seen zucchini, beets, as well as sweet potatoes. So I know sometimes if you don't have a spiralizer, that you want to do the spiraled vegetables, but you can find them frozen now. And so I did them roasted, but I had to steam them first and then made a glaze that was in the box, and it was so good. And I was planning on having it as a side, but I ended up eating it all, the whole bag, the beets. And I'm glad that Sherry tried the jicama, because I think that came in her misfits bag or her box, and a little intimidated because they are hard to cut, but I'm glad that you got them. And all the ones I've had have been white or light. Have you ever had an orange jicama?
No, I have not.
I have not either. So I think you may have got a different type of jicama, which is, there's all kinds of colors of the rainbow with carrots and rainbow everything nowadays.
This is great.
And so let's see, anyone else sharing that they did something new?
Rick tried winter squash, literally for the first time in months, with I can't believe it's not butter spray, sea salt. Absolutely loved it. And his daughter too, which is wonderful to see.
Yes, getting the kiddos involved. So hopefully she liked it too.
I tried eggplant. That was also one that a lot of us were thinking, wow, I haven't done that in a while. Purple.
Yep. Yes. So just if you're joining, because we have had a lot of folks coming on, I'm Coach Jennifer and this is Coach Kate, and we are just following up on our color challenge from our last week's Facebook Live events and really highlighting variety. And we did introduce our topic, which we are going to be getting into here in just a moment, where we're going to look at different preparation methods with HMR foods, baking, all the things that you guys have been doing. But again, we're just following up on the challenge that we gave you last week related to the colors of fruits and vegetables. So continue as you join to say hello, let us know that you're here. And also, if you were able to take on the color assignment make sure to jot it down. So in the comments, I see Andrea, she took on frozen mango with vanilla shake and also added some of that. I'm going to butcher. I never know how to say that water. Is it bay water? B-A-I?
It's delicious. Yep.
Is it bay? Is that how you say it?
Not sure.
I don't know. So that she said it was very refreshing. That sounds delicious.
So
during the summertime right now to do that. So also Susan H, she's on. So welcome Susan H. And she also did mango. So Susan, I don't want to put you on the spot. I know you had never, I think, heard of jicama or knew how to pick it. So just going to throw it out there if you were able to find it.
She wrote her husband couldn't find it, but she did have beets.
Okay, so beets.
Love it.
Yeah, so beets was part of your normal, not part of your normal rotation. And so did you roast them? How did you make those beets, Susan? And we also, Dana says she went with purple, so more of the dark. And she has never purchased eggplant. And she said, I purchased my first eggplant of my life, peeled, cubed, and air fried. Was very good. Also picked dark cherries and purple cauliflower, much sweeter than white cauliflower. She was on the purple kick this past week.
Love it.
Love it.
You can never have too many strategies around colors, around veggie fruits. For those of you who didn't have a chance to watch Coach Jen and Coach Nancy, you can watch it in our Diet Community Support Facebook group. We're thrilled to have as many strategies as we possibly can with these behaviors.
Right. And I'm not sure if Shane is on yet or not, but I did shout out that I was going to do grilled peaches and I did. So and they were good. So like Coach Kate said, we can never have too many of the fruits and vegetable strategies, and colors is a great focus. You ready to move on to our topics for tonight? Okay.
On to tonight's topic. We are shifting gears here, and we're talking about different preparation methods. There are so many ways for us to make our HMR foods. These support you to lose weight. They help you maintain the weight that you've lost, and you truly want to develop skills in these areas, really based on your preferences. And so as you're listening, I challenge you to think about something new that you can try this week, something a little bit different in addition to your regular routines. So let's talk for a moment about the many ways that you can make your HMR shakes. They can be hot, they can be cold, they can be in the blender, they can be in the shaker bottle, they can be in the food processor, they can be 70 plus pudding, they can be HMR soup, they can be HMR cereal. And then in addition to that, as we have seen so many amazing recipes, you can do combinations with the shakes and cereals. And specifically what we're talking about today is some of the baked goods. You can HMR pancakes. I have examples of these. I've made HMR muffins. This is an example that I did with blueberries and with bananas. HMR cookies. The list goes on. And so we're going to talk specifically about the baked goods. And we have been so impressed with the recipes that you've been posting and with your creativity. So
yeah. And so, Kate, I know that we all have our favorites, right? Way of making the shakes and the preparation. And so as you just went through all the different methods and preparations, and just there's such a smorgasbord, I can't even say that. There's such an array of different ways that you can do the shakes. What's your favorite?
I think my chocolate coffee shake, I just do it every morning. I love it. It never leads me astray. I do it in the blender. It's so thick. It fills up a huge glass. Like that's my go-to. I have a time and a place for all different strategies. What about you?
Yeah, which I know we're going to get into my favorite way, but you guys keep posting what some of your favorite ways to do your shakes. But I love doing it in the food processor because I have a sweet tooth that I wish I could get pulled because it does not fare well with trying to manage weight when you really love sweets. But to have these alternatives, and so making it in the food processor and then putting it in the freezer and making it as an ice cream is by far my favorite. And so, Debbie, we are going to be in the comments below after our live event tonight, really sharing recipes for the pancakes, I believe muffins, and potentially the cookies. So look in the comments after. And then also, too, we are going to have many files with some different recipes in the future. So keep looking for those because we are going to be posting some different popular recipes for you guys.
So we are going to talk, Sherry wrote mousses. Yes, I love my mousses. The biggest and highest volume shake that you can ever make. I love that. Susan posted her chocolate PB2, vanilla berries, cheesecake, delicious. We're going to talk about these great recipes. We're going to talk more about baked goods. Jen, just for a moment, talk a little bit about entree prep methods because there are a lot of ways we can make entrees too.
Yes, absolutely. So entrees, and as you're listening, think about, have I been pretty boring or just pretty kind of in my own comfort zone with preparing these entrees? Because you can get really great dishes. So you can do them in the crock pot. You can do them on the stove top. You can, of course, in the microwave, as a casserole, as a soup. And you can even, believe it or not, you guys, mix the entree with the cereal. And I think we've had different things that you can make with that. Stuffing, you can make just different like latkes with them. So many different things that you can make specifically with the entrees. And so before we do get into specific recipes and what Kate has made and I've made, let's talk about why using different preparation methods is so important. So in the comments below, I want you guys to be thinking about, we heard all the different things that you can do with shakes. We heard all the different things that you can do with entrees. And we didn't even throw in there, if you have fruits and vegetables, some of those combinations that you can do with the shakes and the entrees. And so think about, for you personally, why is it important to sample different preparation methods? I know we talked about the importance of variety last week, but now I want you guys to really think about, why is it important for you to sample different preparation methods?
Love it.
So be commenting below why it's important. And so
great suggestions too, Jen.
Yeah.
I want to go to Sherry's because she has made banana or pumpkin bread with a shake and cereal. And of course, Rick wrote how it's just the shakes blended with ice or fruit, so filling, so delicious, so quick and easy. Love it. Chocolate PB2, Vicki, that's one of my favorites.
Yeah, that's a great, and with butterscotch pudding, Snickers. Gosh, you guys are making me hungry. I wish we could do a potluck. We may need to do like a virtual potluck with HMR products so that we can see all the different recipes that you all are coming up with. And so as you guys are sharing and commenting why different preparations are personally important for you, doing things in a different way, I want to start off with some reasons that stand out to me, and specific to phase one.
Yep.
What I have found when I've been in phase one and when I have clients that are in phase one that are really doing different preparation methods with the meal replacements is that you stay committed. So you're always looking for how you can stay on the diet and be creative. And you're just really committed with your weight and your health when you're looking at how you can stay in the box with all the things that you have. And how long, the other reason that I have found is that nobody can stay with doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. There's just only so long that you can do that. You get really, really bored. And so make sure that variety is really important. Being creative, reducing that boredom helps with your momentum with these healthy behaviors. Anything that's standing out to you, Kate, of why it's important to different preparations?
Some of the folks have chimed in too, the portability of it. Sherry wrote travel, that, you can make the cookies or muffins and bring with you on the road. So portable. It's just nice to know that you can have a treat and stay on track. It's like the best of both worlds. I can have the treat that I want, but I'm staying on track with my diet. And that really, really feels good. It's a a great strategy to stay on the diet in phase 1, but it's also a great strategy when you're wanting to keep up the behaviors long term.
Right, right. Yeah, we have some other folks. Jennifer, so great to have you on. I think you've been on every single week, and Sherry, and so many of you have been on each and every single week. I think Sherry making Cheez-Its from the mac and cheese entree. I'm intrigued how one would do that. So, let us know how you would do that. And I saw Jennifer also mentioned that it helps you with knowing your options and what's going to work best for you. So when you do try those different preparation methods, it does help you with what's going to work for you and what you like.
Totally. I also find that they're healthier foods compared to the alternative. And if I'm going to compare, let's say these are chocolate peanut butter cookies that I made compared to the Oreos, I know that there's nutrition in there. I have a plan when I make them versus the Oreos, like I can just easily consume the whole sleeve. And of course that's not gonna, help my goals. And so it's just a different equation altogether.
Right.
So for folks who chimed in late, just want to remind you that we are talking about different preparation methods and why these are so important. But regardless of how you're gonna make your HMR foods, I really do want to make this point. It does come down to calorie management. And different preparation methods do provide different calorie levels. So our calories per bite are different. If we're comparing your favorite HMR ice cream with, let's say, my chocolate peanut butter HMR cookie, the calories per bite are higher for my cookie compared to, let's say, your ice cream. And when you're in phase 1, our clients losing weight, I've done the diet, you have too, Jen, eating only HMR foods or only HMR foods and fruits and vegetables. So you're focusing on among the lowest calorie foods. And you want to have a whole arsenal of options so that you can get a lot of food for very few calories. You want to have your HMR shakes in the blender or the food processor, your entrees, your fruits and vegetables if you're eating fruits and vegetables, all of those, your cereal made in the microwave that you're cooking and growing. You want to have those. So it is so helpful to have skills around the high volume, low calorie foods. I was thinking about my favorite coffee shake. I can make a massive, massive shake. It's only 120 calories and it's enormous and it keeps you full for a long time. So those strategies are so, so crucial.
And just thinking of your coffee shake, Kate, and we're here to help you guys develop these lifestyle behaviors. I know several of you in phase 1 and phase 2, but just think about the coffee shake, how many calories it saves you every day versus, I know we're in a different time right now, but going through the drive-thru at Starbucks and getting a Frappuccino. I mean, you get not even close to the amount of ounces, but way, way, way more calories. And so really thinking about how not only can these help you to stay on the diet, help support you to manage your weight, because we really want you to be here and be successful for a very, very, very long time so that you don't have to lose that weight over and over again. And so just keep that in mind, because we haven't even had that kind of show about comparing meal replacements to actual higher calorie foods. Maybe that's to come. Maybe you can comment below if you want to do that. So since your weight loss and your weight management really depends on you being very careful with managing your calories. We each have amount of calories that we get every day to manage. And when you use HMR foods as baked goods, the goal is to find a balance, like you said, Kate, about enjoying these foods while still limiting your calorie intake. And we don't want you guys to be hungry either. So that's why the volume can be helpful there as well. And the way to do that is to make sure that you're still using a lot of the traditional high volume, like I just mentioned, and higher calorie prep methods. And I want to take a look at a material that we've used in the past to really show the full gamut of prep methods as you can use with HMR foods and where they fall on the continuum. So I'm going to go ahead and open this. And so please let me know, Kate, when you all can see that or in the comments. And this is Coach Jennifer and this is Coach Kate. We are
Chocolate shake.
Get your shake, talking about different preparation methods. So let me share. And I'm going to pull up this handout.
Yep, we can see it.
You can see it? Good. So with this handout specifically, it is looking at the different preparation methods, the effect of the volume and calories of the food. And Kate mentioned earlier about the HMR mousse. So that's our HMR shake made in the food processor. So that's all the way over to the left. You get the highest volume for the fewest amount of calories. And then you have the ice cream and then the blended shake. So those are all very high volume, low calorie strategies. And then kind of moving down the bar, we have our multi-grain hot cereal and 70 plus puddings, which they're still really great to help support you. But when you do think about it, you do get some less volume when you make the cereal and the 70 plus pudding comparing to the HMR mousse and the ice cream. And then as we're going to the very far right, when you're making the HMR meal replacements with less water and maybe baked, which, so we have the pancakes, some muffins, which I know, Kate, you're going to be sharing those recipes as well, but the crackers. So this is where when you're condensing the volume of the meal replacements, we can sometimes see the slower weight loss. So it's highest volume over to the left, and then you get your just lower volume down to the right. So there's not anything wrong with these. We just wanted to show you guys this handout. And again, this will be in the comments below after this live event. So we have really talked about, my back?
Yep, you're back.
Okay, we've talked about different preparation methods and the fact that different preparation methods provide different calories per ounce. And so the fewest calories you're going to get in the food processor or in the blended shakes, or more calories per ounce when you're going to that right side with the cookies or the pancakes. And I want to now talk about how using these baked goods, so the lower volume, maybe being creative with doing baked goods and like Sherry doing Cheez-Its, how these can really be helpful for you and when you use them strategically. And because we don't want to necessarily be doing HMR pancakes all the time, but it can make all the difference. It could be the difference of staying on the diet or not. And we know that's a slippery slope, or it could be just a lot of extra calories when we maybe do pancakes at different times to replace different things. So we are going to get you started, but in the comments below, I want to make sure you guys are continuing to say hello, but also share like when you have found the best times for you to use these baked good items. So the cookies, the muffins. And I know, Kate, you have a phase 1 example when you were in phase 1, right?
Totally. I was doing the phase 1 diet and my father hosted a birthday brunch for my mom. And I got a sneak peek of the menu and I knew that he was going to be making homemade pancakes. And I brought my own HMR pancakes. I was able to participate in the event. I was able to stay 100% in the box. It's helpful to have a plan. I happen to make 2 different pancakes here. So like a bigger one, I knew this is 1 shake. And so it happens to have half a cereal and a half a shake in it, but count as 1. And then you can also make smaller ones where 2 count as 1. But, I felt great about that event that I was able to go and have my own food, stay 100% on track. And that was the perfect time for me to have the HMR pancakes.
Yeah. Yeah. And I have had clients in phase 1 use them as their birthday cake, like a pancake as their birthday cake to help support them to stay in the box and to have a treat. And so we hear ice cream. let's see. So continue to let us know some of the times that you have found really helpful to use the baked goods. I know that I've had many clients share how the muffins have really come in handy for them when they're traveling because it's hard to make a high volume shake. So they still have something filling and satisfying, but traveling could be a really great, useful time to use these baked goods.
Posted also a neat strategy too, that if you're doing the lower volume recipe, that you can pair it with 16 ounces of calorie-free beverage or water, so that you're filling yourself a little bit more with it. Shelby, what is your favorite HMR baked good as you're eating the muffins and the cookies?
I like the cookies.
The cookies, delicious. So if the family is baking and that's going to be their plan, making something with the HMR foods is a great option.
Right. And so while we focus a lot on making HMR foods as baked goods, the fact that these can really round out your dieting experience, we hope that another takeaway here is how important it is for you guys to continue to do the high volume, the low calorie preparation methods with our shakes and also our entrees. And one of my favorite ways, and I think it's been mentioned on here, I know Sherry, you love the mousse. Susan H, you've talked about enjoying the mousse as well. But when my kiddos, so we're talking about really how can we manage our weight long term down the road? And my favorite is the HMR ice cream. And when they pull out their mint chocolate chip ice cream, I actually pull out if I don't have it already made in the freezer, then I go ahead and make it. And I have really come to love these Jordan skinny syrups. And so they do have a mint chocolate chip syrup.
Oh, delicious.
You'll see that one?
Love it, yep.
And then I also have found that I really enjoy putting just a drop of peppermint extract. And I say just a drop because if you get heavy-handed with the extract, you will clear out your sinuses for sure. And so let me just go and grab that and just show you how nice it is to have an actual ice cream. And you can still really enjoy it. So I'll be right back.
Yep. Ask folks to start thinking about what you can do this week that's a little bit new and different, and certainly continue to post your favorite recipes and strategies.
Yeah, so I have a Ninja, and it has you have this little top that you can put on different features, and this is the smaller food processor bowl.
Love it.
And so I did make the mint chocolate chip ice cream completely in the box. Really great to do in phase 2 as well. I have my ice cream scoop.
Nice. Looks awesome.
Shelby, I wish you were here. You could have some ice cream.
I would like.
I bet your mama will make you some.
Yes.
And so you can leave it in for as long as you want. This one's still a bit soft and it's been in there for about an hour or so. But you can get a lot of ice cream with just a single shake, and it looks just like the consistency of ice cream. I may dump it on you guys, so don't even do that. But very delicious, and there's still more in here. And while my kiddos are having the super high calorie mint chocolate chip ice cream, I have that to really still support me. And all right, so anybody commenting? I know we still have some folks here. We have Dave and Lisa, so lots of good things going on. And so Kate, did you tell them about our challenge for this week?
Yeah, you can take it away. I asked people to start thinking about some different ways that they would make HMR food. So let's put people under the accountability spotlight.
Yes, so it would only be a Facebook Live on Thursday with a challenge. And so this week, we want you to be thinking, are you bored? Like, I know sometimes when you first get started, you're super excited. And then after a couple weeks or a couple months, the honeymoon goes away and then you're getting bored. So if you're bored, or maybe you're just having a hard time staying on track, we want you to really consider all that we've talked about and try something new this week. And so if you've not been using a lot of the high volume methods with the shakes in the food processor or the entrees made as soups or casseroles, then really think about, should you go that route? Or if you've not done a baked good, like a cookie or the crackers, and that could really help support you, then maybe that's a method that you sample this week and plan that in.
Jen, one of the ways that I use when I do make the muffins or cookies, if I want to save them for an occasion, is I make sure that I'm clear as to how much each one counts as. So, like in this case, my cookies, 2 can count as a shake. And then also, I put them in freezer bags. So I have my baggies in the freezer, so I know if I take out one, it has 2 cookies ready to thaw out, and I can count it as a shake. So that's an additional strategy that helps me really use it to my advantage.
Right, right. And so I see some folks already um, giving themselves accountability to do. We have David going to do the ice cream for sure. That's one of my favorites. So definitely a fan of that. So make sure you're continuing to comment on some of those things that you are wanting to do, whether it be high volume ice cream, the pancakes, muffins. I know, Kate, what do you want to sample that's new and different this week?
You know, I was going back and forth. I was thinking about some of these delicious baked goods, but I'm kind of inspired by your ice cream. And I have some of the sugar-free syrups. I have caramel, I have mocha, I have all different flavors. So I actually think an HMR ice cream this weekend would be a great plan for me.
You said this weekend, right?
This
And
weekend.
Shelby, I think she likes that idea too. And so not only is it important to try these different strategies, but also when they would help you out the most. And I've been thinking about this, Kate, as we've been prepping. And I mentioned to you how, and I know sometimes folks just can't believe that I really do get up in the middle of the night. And that's when I do my worst eating. And I can eat great all during the day. So I was thinking, you know what? It would be great to go ahead and make some HMR muffins and either have them on the counter or in the freezer so that I don't go for a Pop Tart or something like that, potentially that my kiddos have around. Well, we don't have them all the time, but when we do, that's when I like, I know they're there and nobody's around. I can go and grab them. So I'm going to have the muffins this week. So if I do happen to get up in the middle of the night, I can have a something that's going to continue to support me for that.
I keep a 70+ packet on the counter just for that reason, that after 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night, if I come to the kitchen, that is the first thing that I see.
Yeah, I just want something like a pastry or something sweet. So I think those muffins would be good, but that's a great strategy too. And
we have
all right, so I see some others
posting things that they want to do. We have Shane posting wanting to do some different things with entrees, risotto with salsa. We have a burger. Sherry wants to try a burger with a chili or lentils, which you can do with a cereal. Very, very creative. Some folks saying that they've steered away from muffins. Nancy said that she didn't really do that a lot in phase 1, but now in phase 2, she's thinking that she might revisit that. It looks like Janet wants to try, she wants to know about the ice cream and the cookie recipes, which Janet will post. This is great.
Yeah, we can make sure. I know we were going to post more of the baked goods and how those recipes, so with the pancakes and the cookies, but we can absolutely post how to do the ice cream because it's super easy and it can make the biggest difference. And Gretchen feels my pain with the kiddos and their snacks. It's kind of that always struggle. And so I do want you guys to continue to comment some of the things that you're going to commit to, that different preparation to really help support you to stay on track. And so, Kate, you ready to bring us home? I guess it's about time to wrap up.
Yeah, it's been great being with you today. I am still impressed with all of the suggestions that you're offering to our amazing community. And to summarize, you want to continue to have the recipes and strategies around the blended shakes, the cereals per instruction, entrees, etc. They are truly a foundation of the program. They just give us a chance, like looking at your HMR ice cream. they give us a chance to have so much food for so few calories. But there are occasions when you need something else to keep you on track. There's a time when the HMR pancake is useful for you. And when you make them, you do want to have a plan. You want to know how you'll track it. You want to make sure that you have the portion. When I make these, and again, I've had all sorts of experiences that haven't all gone as well, hence my in the freezer strategy. I want to have a plan to have 1 or 2 shakes. I don't want to have 8 in a sitting per se. And you never know when you might do something that might totally keep you on track and really keep you successful. And I just thank you all for offering your suggestions, because you may have offered something today that might be the very thing that might keep someone in the box during a challenging time, keep someone in success cycle in phase 2, which is so important.
Yeah. And I see lots of things coming in for different recipes. And so we will be, after this event, commenting to some of your questions about different recipes. So we'll make sure to get in there and add. I know somebody's requesting your coffee shake recipe. So we'll make sure to get in there after and make sure you all have all these. And also check out the recipe section.
My iced coffee I do just blended with a shake.
Wow. So is that just a liquid?
Yeah,
I've not seen that.
5 or 10 calories for 12 fluid ounces.
Nice. Yum. And do you do that with the vanilla or the chocolate?
I do it with both.
Both? And add ice and yum.
Yes.
I might have to get that one too. And so I think, so you got your answer, but we'll still make sure to post it and respond to that recipe. But Kate, that's a new one for me too, because I normally just do instant granules in my shakes, because I'm not a coffee drinker as much, but I do like my frappuccinos. And so do we know what's on the docket for next week?
Yes.
Who's going to be doing it?
Coach Rick and I are doing camping on the HMR program. We are going camping. So it'll be next Thursday, same time, same place, and we'll look forward to your participation.
Yeah, and I know Rick said to bring some of those cookies. He wants to have some of those.
Love it. And for those of you who are going to be watching after the fact, please post your suggestions. Please post your strategies. People who have a chance to watch it will be able to benefit from what you're making.
Absolutely. And so thank you guys for joining us tonight. It was a fun one. I hope you all got a lot out of it. But until next time, bye guys.
Bye everyone.
Bye.